This is Channel 8 WMTW, Maine's total weather and news this morning. Live with Aaron O'Valley, Megan Torgerson, and meteorologist Mallory Brooke. Maine's total weather and news this morning continues.
Right now, an opioid epidemic hitting home. 14 overdoses in Portland on a single day. Local leaders trying to get ahead of the program, calling for a community-wide effort now.
A Portland movie theater robbed for the third time this year. Police are now trying to help beef up security and figure out why this theater seems to have been targeted.
And another theater attack, this time in Louisiana. The gunman shot and killed by a SWAT team as he tried to escape out of a back door, but the incident raising more concerns about security at movie theaters. Hi there. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Maine's Total Weather and News. I'm Aaron O'Valley.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Megan Torgerson. It is Thursday, August 6th. Let's get a first check of Maine's Total Weather with meteorologist and birthday girl Mallory Brooke. What a great day to eat some cake.
I know. Cake, coffee, ice cream, everything. Headed down to the Jersey Shore, so I'll be sure to pig out a little bit over the next few days. Temperatures right now, afternoon, but clearing again toward evening. I'll have more details on that forecast, a closer look at the weekend and your exclusive 8-day. That's in 10 minutes.
You know, I convulsed, I foamed from the mouth. Luckily, somebody found me.
Right now, the state's growing drug problem is front and center. 14 people overdosed in Portland on Friday. That is more than double the norm for a single day. 2 of those victims passed away.
Well, now local leaders are launching the Overdose Prevention Project. It's a website to help people recognize the signs of an overdose.
But the people closest to the issue say that the drugs are now just too easy to get.
They could care less. They just want your money. But for the heroin users, they could also care less because they just want to escape from reality.
It is an issue that is widespread. Paris City leaders also sounding the alarm.
And that's where we find News 8's Morgan Sturdivant this morning. So Morgan, they're planning a town hall meeting tonight to address this.
Good morning, Aaron and Megan. Yes, they are planning a town hall meeting right here in Paris, and they're going to take more action here to work towards this problem right here tonight at this town hall. Live in Paris this morning, Morgan Sturdivant, WMTW News 8.
Morgan, thank you. Breaking overnight, a Louisiana police officer shot and killed in the line of duty. Right now, a manhunt is underway for the gunman. Police say that the officer was responding to a report of a suspicious person inside of a home when he was shot. Police are using dogs now to search for the suspect.
Right now, police are trying to figure out the motive in another movie theater attack. This time, it was a man armed with a pellet gun, a hatchet, and pepper spray in Nashville. Police say the pellet gun 29-year-old Vincent Montano had was very realistic. He was shot and killed by a SWAT team after allegedly pointing his weapon at officers. 3 people had been pepper sprayed. Police say Montano had significant psychological issues, but they don't know what his motive was. This latest incident has questions about security at movie theaters taking on a new urgency. Right now, only 1% of America's movie theaters use metal detectors. It's a costly solution that even security experts say may not be the best solution. Experts say it's time the industry and the public embrace the type of crisis education and training we've started in our schools.
It's not just fortifying our venues, it's having training and awareness, getting people to understand what to look for in maintaining and carrying a certain level of vigilance.
Nationwide, ticket sales have not been significantly impacted immediately after the Lafayette Theater shooting 2 weeks ago.
A Portland movie theater robbed for the 3rd time this year. Police say that a man went into the Nickelodeon Theater on Temple Street around 10 o'clock on Tuesday night. A cinema clerk says that she was closing up when the man showed a handgun and demanded cash. No one was injured, and police are now trying to figure out why it keeps happening there.
We're not really certain why they're being targeted, but we do know that the perpetrators tend to return to places where they've been successful. People are creatures of habit, as are criminals.
Police say that they are working with the theater to improve security measures.
This morning, final preps are underway for the first Republican debate in Cleveland. The top 10 candidates facing off in prime time. News 8's Nicole Killian is live in Washington with what we can expect. Good morning, Nicole.
Hey, good morning to you, Megan. And this is really the kickoff to the 2016 debate season with the largest crop of candidates in recent history. And tonight they all clash in Cleveland with which is being billed as the undercard. Megan?
So, Nicole, how are these two debates going to work, and what are the formats going to be like?
Yeah, well, the first debate is kind of like a warm-up act, if you will. It'll happen at 5 o'clock. It will last for an hour. The primetime debate set to start at 9 p.m. will last for 2 hours. Each candidate in that one will get about a minute to respond, 30 seconds for rebuttal. Topics said to be wide-ranging on both domestic and foreign policy. Megan?
All right, Nicole Killian live in Washington. Lots of eyes on that tonight. Tonight's debate is hosted by Fox News. Erin?
All right, Megan, thank you. Well, for the second straight day, a pedestrian was hit and killed by a driver. The most recent one happened yesterday morning in Harpswell. Police say that 75-year-old Rita Douglas was walking her dog on Route 24. She was just a few steps from her yard when she was hit. Douglas and her dog died instantly. The driver, a 16-year-old girl from Harpswell, was not hurt. No word yet on any charges. Meanwhile, the woman accused in a deadly hit and run in York now being charged with manslaughter. Police say that Carolyn Lee was drunk when she hit 23-year-old Emily Zarnick of Massachusetts just after midnight on Tuesday. Lee allegedly took off after the crash and was arrested when police caught up with her.
This morning, charges have been dropped against the Westbrook mom who let her young daughter play alone in the park. Back in June, Westbrook police say they got a 911 call about a 7-year-old alone for an hour. The girl's mom, Nicole Jensen, says she can see the park from her porch, and her kids check in every hour. But police say that day they tried to call home and then charged Jensen with child endangerment. This brings us to today's question of the day. It's an issue that's come up across the country. So, at what age do you think it's okay for kids to be unsupervised? You can join the conversation on our Facebook page, Google+, or reply on Twitter. Remember, use the hashtag WMTWQOD.
Freeport police asking for help finding an alleged bank robber. Police say that an armed man walked into Norway Savings Bank on Monday afternoon and demanded cash from a teller. The man flashed a handgun, but no shots were fired. Right now, the suspect is still on the loose.
New information this morning on the deadly tent collapse at a New Hampshire fairground. The fire marshal now saying spectators were initially told to stay in their seats right before a powerful storm brought the tent crashing down. Organizers were trying to secure a loose canopy. A Vermont father and young daughter were killed. Dozens more were injured. Walker International Events, the company in charge of the circus, is addressing the collapse for the first time, posting this to Facebook. We've been reeling with the shock of these events. Our very deepest condolences and prayers go out to the families whose lives were affected. We cannot begin to express the pain and sadness that we feel. That same company set to set up shop here in Maine this weekend. Still ahead on Maine's Total Weather and News this morning. The officials here who say there's no need to worry.
I thought the windshield was going to break.
And assessing all of that damage, the Mainers suffering from sticker shock after the monster hail that came crashing down a few days ago.
We are taking a live look from Paris this morning. A few isolated clouds out there. Otherwise, a beautiful start to your Thursday. I'll let you know what to expect for today as well as for your weekend. It's coming up after the break.